And I'm getting mighty tired of your trifling ways.
Today we visit the Krka National Park in Croatia, named after the Krka River, which has a huge network of waterfalls. This incredible natural splendour is just a 1-hour drive north of Split. Most people choose the Skradin entrance, where you can catch a boat into the national park, and this is 110 kuna, which is around £12. Once you enter the park, it is a short walk through a beautiful woodland, until you hit the very famous and most visited waterfall in the park, Stradinsky Bog. Not one single waterfall, but a series of cascades one after another. The neon colour of the river and the powerful sound of the crashing water just leaves you silent. The initial waterfall is amazing enough, but then as you follow the pathway along its meandering banks higher and higher, you find more cascading breaks in the river.
There's no longer any swimming allowed in here so that you can protect the ecosystem. I think there's obviously been too much sun cream going in it. But it kind of makes it a bit more beautiful, not having loads of people kind of scattered in it and just being able to see how blue and like pristine it is. Really, really nice. Some rather big fish in there as well. But there's quite a lot of steps to walk around if you want to go up to see it higher, so bring your energy.
This park is a great park to take things slow. Let the water do the rushing, whilst you amble and marvel and eke out the small details along the banks of this absolute beast. There are sandwiches available, sugared almonds and crisp beers to enjoy. Today we visited Kajuni Beach, a short taxi ride from the Split harbour. We booked an 8-person cabana at Joe's Beach Club in advance, so we would be guaranteed a real party day. We were celebrating 2 birthdays, so why not? Cabanas, a 5,000 kuna minimum spend between 8 people, which meant we could arrive early and take it slow, enjoying the food and drink until sunset. Joe's Beach Club is the only club on this particular beach. They serve cocktails, beers, pub grub like burgers and wraps, and giant fruit platters. Then we had to go for a game of the Croatian-born Pitsigin. This game originated at Backfist Beach in Split by a group of students in 1908. The game consists of a group of people leaping about in the waves to stop a small ball from hitting the water. Usually it is played with a peeled tennis ball, but as we were amateurs, I think this brightly coloured, hard-to-miss beach ball was a good starting point. It really is not an easy game when you factor in the limitations of moving through the water. Then me and my friend Sally headed to the quiet far end of the beach for a snorkel.
Fuck you, Gold!
Sally, ever eagle-eyed, spotted a ring in the ocean bed. Hello, Mr. Crab. We also found an underwater rock tunnel to swim through, which regrettably scratched our legs to hell. Take care on the northern edge of the bay, as the waves are much choppier here. It's actually a nudist beach, ooh la la. Snorkeling in the Adriatic is quite surprising, as I actually saw a parrotfish. Kajuni is one of the best sunsets in Split, as it is one of the furthest beaches to the west end of the city. Possibly our favourite day, the rafting experience with the Pirate Rafting Tours Company.
Hello! Rafting! What was your name again?
Josip.
Our amazing guide Josip really showed us a badass day in the blue Croatian river.
What's that name? Let's go!
There were river snakes, tadpoles, whitewater rapids that would flip our boat round and round. We got to drink fresh water from waterfalls and leap through dark caves into icy plunge pools. We then had to follow the path through the cave, holding onto the slippery wet rock, until we made it to the other sides to be reunited with our raft. The last stop was a leap of faith from a high, rocky cliff. After so much exhilaration, we wanted a chill afternoon, so we visited the ancient palace built for the Roman Emperor Diocletian. This palace forms around half of the city of Split and was built in the 4th century. This heavily fortified compound was built in preparation for Diocletian's retirement. With his institutions failing, he whiled away his final years in this palace, deep in despair, whilst growing cabbages. The palace was decorated with numerous 3,500-year-old granite sphinxes. The remains of the palace are essentially why most people visit Split, and this historic area was listed by UNESCO as a World Heritage Site in 1979. The amazing combination of marble and limestone makes this palace a glossy, smooth, and texturally appealing location, with the floors shimmering in the sunlight. It really is worth a visit. For our final day, we headed to Fig, an amazing brunch spot in the heart of Split. I had Bloody Marys, spicy breakfasts and sourdough before catching the boat to Hvar. Hvar, like Split, is glossy and marbly and beautiful. Apparently many celebs choose this as their vacation, and it's easy to see why. It's incredibly peaceful and clean, and there are so many giant yachts parked in the bay. But today we were looking for a beach club, so we decided to book a boat to the Pakleni Islands, which was around 50 kuna return trip by a water taxi. The Pakleni Islands are super fun. We chose the Carpe Diem Beach Club as it was the only one open so early in season. It was late May when we travelled here. Honestly, they did excellent pina coladas, but also randomly, the soups were so tasty. Be sure to bring snorkeling gear here to get the best view of all the delights beneath the waves. I enjoyed all the little fishes, but the smooth texture and paleness of the rocks also I found fascinating. There were spotted sea cucumbers, sea urchins, and lots of different fishes. I did have one scare though. I saw an eel. Shock horror, this is something I have never seen in all of my snorkels. It turns out I'm afraid of them, so I swam swiftly away. The boat back was overcrowded, so we sat up front.
Hello, front people!
Front people.
Front people!
We sat up front as it was the last boat home and we had to sit somewhere. I hope you enjoyed this video and it gave you some inspiration for your Croatian vacation. Please don't forget to like and subscribe and check out my other videos for more travel ideas.